100M in 6 months. How now? Please do the maths now. That's how many M per month. That's over 10 million a month. 10 million a month in 6 months is 60. So you're talking about 15 million a month. 15 times 6 is even 90. Are you doing drugs? I think it's more of the mind thing than physical. Physical comes when the mind is well made up. We were talking about envisioning the end from the beginning. That was one of the things that Emmanuel and I talked about when he came to Nabantronics for the first time. And I told him what my vision was. That was in relation to the physical space anyway. How I built the complex and how I had 3 gates. And how gate 1 was for this, gate 2 for that, gate 3 for that. And that my exit plan was tied to those 3 gates. And that the complex, as big as it was broken into 3 different properties. And I could offload the first one, the second one, the third one. And these were the reasons why I could do that. So your mind must conceive it first. And when you're able to conceive it, then you can look for the resources to begin to make the physical attributes show up for people to see. I bought Nabantronics complex in 2006. This is 2022. Now, brick and mortar came to floor 2011, and we opened to the public 2013. So 06 to 13 alone is how many years? 7 years. Just from purchase. Now you can imagine how long it took me to raise the funds to buy. But from purchase to actual opening day it was 7 years. Now this is 2022, from that 2013. So what we've done another 9 years now, going to 10, right? So the mind has to conceive it first. And you can't conceive big things that would last by thinking small. Short-term thinking of 6 months would not get you this kind of business, will not get you this kind of level. Because you'll be thinking at a pace where you can't afford. The kind of things your mind will conceive, the time you've given to yourself to make them happen, they won't be correlated. 100M in 6 months. How now? Please do the maths now. That's how many M per month. That's over 10 million a month. 10 million a month in 6 months is 60. So you're talking about 15 million a month. 15 times 6 is even 90. Are you doing drugs? So yeah. Anyway, so it's one of the things that I usually would ask folks who want to say, I want to be an entrepreneur. What is your mindset towards short, medium, and long term? Once you can resolve that, it helps a great deal. When I speak with folks who want to be entrepreneurs and want to do businesses and things, there's a question I ask them. And this question is, the answers I've gotten from people have spooked me a lot of times. When I get those answers, though, I'm not surprised. It's on the basis of what our Nigerian leadership is. So I ask a young man who wants to do a 100 million naira business. And the last time I checked, his father's name was not Dangote or Tedola or whatever. But he has this very beautiful idea of a 100 million naira business here in Lekki. But he's pulling his hair out because he doesn't know how he's going to go about raising that kind of money. He's spoken to a couple of people and they say, why don't you talk with Napoleon? Hear him out, he might have a way to help you out with this big roadblock that you have. And he gets to and after listening to him, I ask him a simple question. What is short term, what is medium term, and what is long term to you? Without even thinking, he says, short term is 6 months. Medium term is 1 to 2 years. Long term is 5 years. I said, well, that's where your problem is. You can't be thinking of having a 100 million naira business and short term is 6 months. And you don't have direct access to government money, and you're not willing to go and rob a bank. It's not going to happen. So I tell him that short term is anywhere between 5 to 15 years. Medium term is 15, 20, 25. And long term is actually 30 years up. That's why you see mortgages back in more developed countries that are 30 years, 25 and things. So if you have that kind of thinking where short term is 5 years and above, you can put big stuff together. You can't do big stuff when short term is 6 months and you don't have a father that is going to give you 100 million. Where's it going to come from? Fortunately for the guy, as of that time, he was also a Chevron employee like myself. I've retired now, he's still there. And I gave him a couple of signposts within our Chevron financial system that would make him raise 100 million in 4 years. And he was shocked. Now, whether I ended up doing that project or not, I don't know. But I know that he left my presence that day very, very elated because all the weights on his shoulders had been taken off. You know.